welcome to the Sideboard here at the StarCityGames.com Modern Open in Columbus, part of the SCGCOL, brought to you by Ultimate Guard. Nick Miller alongside Ronnie Ronson, Big Card, Ritner here. We got all the nicknames in.
Yeah, that's all of them.
Big fan of Ohio, so we have you here in Columbus. Cedric and everyone always likes to
Cleveland sports fan.
Last time we had you on the Sideboard, you played the awesome first appearance of the Grisella, or the combination of the two meld cards, so we had to make sure we had reference to that. You're playing a unique deck here in Modern.
Correct.
What brought you to the mono blue living in?
Well, I was looking at a deck to play for this weekend because I don't play Modern at all, and this one caught my eye. It looked really fun to play, so I just decided to sleeve it up and bring it down here without playing at all.
That's what we like to hear here at the Sideboard. People finding the ideas, bringing them untested, and then tell me all the information. So this deck, you know, people started talking about it when Azratul came out because people immediately started, all right, what's the most broken things we can do with this card? A lot of people found living in, and this deck actually gets to utilize it very well.
Right. I mean, free Ancestral Recall is just pretty busted.
So we have all the cyclers here. You know, the Living End normal deck, you know, is a Jund-based deck that has all the, you know, Carabids and all the one-mana black and red cards. Here, though, you get to play a control deck that wants to be cycling anyway, that then has a, you know, basically a free win con. Is that how the games normally play?
Yeah, usually like I only played 4 matches so far today, but Living End almost on. If you have to draw Aspertold, or else Living End is basically irrelevant. But the first few turns, you're going to cycle one of your 14 cards. Usually, that's usually how the second turn. You'll probably have 1 or 2 cyclers, cycle them, get them in the graveyard. Turn 3, Aspertold, and then you could cast Living End. That's the whole, that's how the deck works. And hopefully, your opponent doesn't have any guys in their yard, and you cheat out big guys for free. Is the whole, way to get them out.
Does the deck function without Azratul? Like, can you win games without that card?
It's very hard, but you can, because these. I mean, that's still a 4/4 flyer, which is pretty good in the format of 4/4 flyer. See how Colonnade's a land, and it's a win con for those decks. Yeah.
We'll go over the new cyclers because these cards, a lot of people saw them. I know the Striped Riverwinder shows up in Pauper, but now for 1 blue mana you get to bring out.
Yeah, 5/5 hexproof guy. How do you beat that?
Yeah, I don't think Modern's very well equipped.
There was a Gurmag Angler out once, and we just traded. They sat there and I blocked a Gurmag Angler. That's about the only thing that's close to stopping a 5/5. That and Death Shadow.
Curator Mysteries, the other one you mentioned, the 4/4 flyer. This card will see a little bit of standard play. It has a ton of utility here in this.
Yeah, they played that in that Drakehaven standard deck, the Curator. One blue.
And then the Architects of Will here are your cycling package. But then you have your counter magic package as well. So you have Italy, Remand, Disallow, Directed Command. I think the card we got to talk about here is Disallow. A card that saw a lot of standard play. Very interesting to see a 3-mana counter in Modern. What are the utilities here for this card?
Well, the main reason is like a Relic or like a Nile Spellbomb, being able to counter that, like the activated ability. And, sometimes you get to like counter like a Gideon Emblem or, something that deck can't really function to beat some of that stuff.
But mainly it's there to beat up on the graveyard hate cards that have.
Yes, well, the graveyard hates is pretty good against this deck.
So we've got the free spells, Alpha Azratul, as we mentioned, Living End, Ancestral Visions. We have the Cyclers, we have the Counter Magic, then the last cards we got to talk about, the lands here, which you get a bunch of utility out of your lands. Tularia West, we saw this card, very powerful in the Amulet decks. Here, you get to search up both of your free cards when you have Azratul.
Right, you get to search for the 2 best cards in your deck. Well, 2 of the 3 best cards in your deck.
What's the other best card?
The card that makes everything work.
Trick question. All right, then we have the other new All-Star here. We have Field of Ruin. You also have a Ghost Quarter in your deck. The Field of Ruin's seeing a lot more play in these control decks because you are the one with all the
right.
basics.
Tron, there's Tron, there's, get rid of Colonnade, get rid of any, good land.
You also made one adjustment here. You brought in the Sunken Ruin here so that you can actually cast your Living End, and by cast I mean it's a spin.
Or cast my Street Wraith or the Architects, just something or the dismembers out of the sideboard. It hasn't happened yet, but
Corner case scenarios, but you did think about this.
right.
How is the deck played? You know, you played 4 rounds. How has it felt, you know, going through those rounds?
I don't know. I had two wins and 2 losses so far. If you draw as foretold and resolve it, I've won every time. If you don't draw as foretold, it's tough to win. And basically, you got to draw as foretold.
Is there any way to try to make that more consistent? Or
I found out that there was a transmute guy for 3 that if I'd play this deck, I'd probably play one of them. Just an 05 defender flyer.
Transmute coming in pretty
Yeah.
heavy. So we'll touch on the sideboard here. 8 ley lines. So you got 4 Sanctity.
It's a lot.
Void. This is just to protect your hand against the discard, I imagine. So
Yeah.
Protect as
So far, I haven't brought any of them in, which is not good. Just 8 wasted cards so far, but they're decks that you really need them for. So like Burn, you need the black against Dredge, you know.
Then we have more counter magic between the spells that you can kind of interact on the stack very easily.
Yeah.
Dismember, this is for dealing with mags and things.
Dismember's good. I played, again, it kills, you know, an early Death Shadow that's not too big, which is a problem for this deck. If they play one of those and have, you know, 1 mana counterspell up, you know, that kills basically anything. It kills a Thalia, which is if they resolve a Thalia, if someone plays a Thalia, like I hate Bear's deck, you just need something to kill something.
Lastly, Hurkyl's Recall, we've got Affinity and Lantern.
And Lantern,
right now, so these are heavy hitters for that.
Yeah, those are the 2 best.
Anything you want to consider changing with the deck, or that you
Just that transmute guy for sure I'd play. It's out of Ravnica. It's just an 05 defender transmute for 3, so I could get the As Foretold. Because you have to get this card. Cycling through your deck, and you know, you should draw one, you know, before the end of the game. How many cards you go through, but sometimes you just get smashed in this format.
That is the format.
You gotta draw it, right?
Fast.
Yeah, you gotta draw that.
So you can't fault me for not knowing the name of the 3-mana transmute card offhand, but
Drift of Phantasms, I think. It's something like that.
Well, you play a lot limited, so you're gonna know.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. That's original Ravnica, I think.
Got your history. All right, so this deck looks sweet. We're going to try to see if you can stay alive here in this tournament. You're 2-2. We definitely want to see it in camera a little bit more. We got a glimpse of it against the Blue-White Control deck, which looked great for you.
Oh, Blue-White Control against this deck is like the guy said he's played. See, I asked him because I don't know what happens, but he said he played it online and he could almost never beat this deck. Because it's very hard for it to win. They got to win with a Gideon or a land, and there's, you know, 4 land destruction stuff. And
so if your metagame has a lot of control,
yeah, this is
could be where you want to
yes.
Go. All right, well, Ronnie, we appreciate you joining me here on the sideboard. Full insight as always. This deck looks great. Stay tuned to StarCityGames.com all week long for the action here in Columbus.